It's time to make the best breakfast imaginable. For me anyway, I'm gonna get started by preheating my oven to around 450. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some things ready here and just show you what I'm doing. Something I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in and some spices, some oil and a little black pepper. You're just going to add these hash browns to this and mix it around and get them nice and coated. They're all mixed in with the oil and coated pretty evenly with oil. And take them over here and dump them on a baking sheet with parchment paper. Take them out. Add some down here. Into the potatoes. Some chicken tenders. Put these and these in the oven here. I'm gonna set the timer for I think 6 minutes. Go ahead and peel this fruit and get this ready while the oven is doing its thing. Pan heating up here, and I have a couple different types of meats here. I have raw sausage and bacon, Canadian bacon, and this is also like a pre-cooked sausage. So I'm gonna cook the raw stuff first here. I'm going to start with the bacon. 6 minutes, so I'm just going to flip this chicken. I'm going to put it back in for another 6 minutes. Let's say this is some pretty thin bacon. I hope that it doesn't stick to my pan really bad and just burn and stuff. Like really thin bacon has a tendency to do. I'll scoop these around a little bit to keep them from sticking to the pan before I turn them over. But this is really thin and fragile bacon. But, you know, it is what it is, especially right now with what you can find in the stores. I think this time I flip some of these. Chicken, okay, I noticed that I tend to cook better when I do, you know, lower temps than higher heat. So if you're having trouble keeping things from burning, it's probably because your temps are a little too high. This chicken out here, and I'm gonna put it in this giant tray here lined with parchment. They're just like that. Timer for another 10 minutes or so because the potatoes are still in there. This bacon is getting quite crispy and done. I think I'm gonna take some of them out here, but I'm just gonna take them out when they're done here, and I'm gonna set them alongside this chicken here on this parchment paper. We have all that bacon grease, which I'm not going to let go to waste. I have some baby portabella mushrooms here. I'm just gonna toss those right in there. I'm going to keep these kind of like this for just a few minutes, just to let them get kind of cooked and crispy in that grease, get that flavor on there. And in a few minutes I'll flip them over and do the other side. I'm turning them over now. They have that kind of crispiness that I'm starting to like. These look nice and done here, so I'm going to go ahead and put these on my parchment. Place them upside down just so any remaining grease will soak down into them and kind of make them nice and extra delicious. We're going to still waste the rest of that grease. We're going to go ahead and add the Canadian bacon because it isn't fatty really at all compared to American bacon. It's more like ham, so go ahead and put that in there. It's already cooked, so it doesn't take very long. The reason for putting all this here in this pan is because I have set the oven now to warm. The potatoes are still in there, but I'm going to go ahead and just set this in there so it can keep the food warm. The bacon is cooking. I have some beans here, and tomato sauce. I know it sounds weird to have beans for breakfast, but it actually is really good, and it's really good with fried beverage I'm going to make. Okay, we have the beans ready here. They're warm, and I'm going to add a little bit of ketchup because I like a little bit of more tomato flavor in mine. I just don't think it's tomato enough. And I'm just going to toss it in the oven to warm up while everything else is cooking. Go ahead and put the bacon here. Ooh, look at all that. It's just flavor. Let that fry on the other side for a few minutes. While the Canadian bacon there is frying up, I'm going to go ahead and wash and slice these tomatoes. I have these sliced into wedges. Okay, this bacon is finished, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the pan on some parchment as well to stay warm in the oven. Now, I'm going to take the tomatoes, and I'm just going to put them right down in there like this. I'm just going to fry them on one side here for just a few minutes. And we're just going to flip them on to another side here. And we're just going to keep doing that so that each side gets a little bit of time on the skillet. And I'm just going to let them cook on that side for a few minutes. I'm just going to flip them again on our last side here. And just do that for about a couple minutes. And then they will also go on the parchment paper in the oven. Keep the tomatoes out delicately and try not to break them up. Don't want to cook them too long. And put them in the paper here. Okay, now that we got the tomatoes out of there, we're going to go ahead and add the sage sausage. Sit there and fry. And now while the sausage is frying, I'm going to just toast these waffles. That's right, they're instant waffles. I'm not making these from scratch because I don't eat wheat, and if I tried to make gluten-free waffles from scratch, they would not turn out nearly as tasty or as well ever, unless I really, really practice. This is not worth it to me. Same with the bread. I just don't get enough to learn how to do it right. But these will work just fine. There's nothing special about these. Just go in the toaster and toast them. And they're slightly toasted and crispy, but they just go right on the oven rack here to stay warm. Now I think it is time to turn the sausage over. That looks pretty good. There we go. And we'll just put them on the other side. Okay, the sausage is ready. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the parchment paper. And I will stick it in the oven with the rest of the things here. I'm going to put the sausage links in the pan there. And just sort of, they're already cooked, so I just have to fry them up around all the sides so they get kind of crispy. Watching them roll around on you. Woo, see? And while that last sausage fries up, I'm going to go ahead and get my bread here. I'm going to cut it into triangles just because it's easier for dipping and scooping. My sausages are now ready, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in the first one here. And I'm going to stick them in the oven, and then I'm going to switch pans because I don't want to fry my bread in all that sausage grease. Pan is warm enough. I'm going to go ahead and put in my bread. And I'm just going to fry it on one side and then flip it over after about a minute or so. We'll check it. I'm going to go ahead and add these eggs to this bowl here. I like to do that before I add them right to a pan, just because you never know when you'll get a shell in there or you'll get a bag egg or something like that. I think it's ready here to flip. Yeah, looks like it's getting nice and crispy. Ooh, might even get burned if I wait a few more seconds. Ooh, gotta hurry. There we go. Okay, these look pretty good with the waffles staying warm. Okay, this pan is still warm. I'm going to add just a little bit more oil, and then I'm going to put the eggs in. Go ahead and add the eggs. Ooh, they're going to fry fast. I have them all separated here. It might be time to flip them. Oh, definitely. Go ahead and just Flip them all over here nice and gently because I want to try to keep the yolk intact if I can. And then just wait till the sides cook up a little bit on that side till, you know, it firms up, and then I guess I'll probably add it to the parchment. Oh, that one's broke. Look at it leaking out there. Oh well, you know, at least there's still 3 good ones I can try to use. Go ahead and take the eggs out here and put them on my parchment paper. Okay, now it's time to assemble this beast. Okay, and don't forget we have fruit salad over here, and we have maple syrup, which is awesome. So we're going to open this up and we're going to pour it on our waffles and a little bit on our grapefruit. Pineapple orange juice. Oh, it's so delicious. The shape of it. And I love these little, like jam jars. They make great little juice glasses. There you have it. Best breakfast ever. We have tomatoes, egg, mushrooms, a couple types of sausage, a couple types of bacon, some avocado, some potatoes, some beans, some fry bread, some fruit, a little maple syrup on there, and then of course some chicken and some waffles. These are a little vanilla flavored. Oh, they're delicious. And then the juice.